Throughout history, cultures across the world have used symbolic objects to attract blessings, ward off negativity, and is a system of thought and invite abundance. These objects are more than just decorations. They are energetic anchors that hold intention, memory, and system of thought and spiritual charge. When placed on a central surface like a table, especially in the home, they do more than beautify the space. They interact with the environment, subtly influencing your mindset and energetic field. In the context of wealth, this concept becomes even more profound. Placing a chosen object with the purpose of drawing abundance isn't superstition. It's an ancient practice rooted in the principle that energy follows intention. A system of thought. A symbolic object placed intentionally on a table becomes a visual and energetic affirmation of prosperity. Whether it's a gold coin in a bowl, a crystal known for attracting wealth like citrine or pyrite, a brass elephant, a salt jar, or even a green plant representing growth, each holds symbolic power. They stand not only as physical manifestations of what you desire, but also as energetic beacons constantly broadcasting that desire into your space. Just as a lighthouse shines to guide ship to shore, your wealth object shines energetically to draw abundance into your life. When you remove such an object, it may seem harmless on the surface, but from an energetic perspective, you are interrupting the signal. You're pausing the frequency that was working in your favor, even if invisibly. Every time your eyes glanced at that, whether consciously or unconsciously, a message was being sent to your mind. I welcome wealth. I invite prosperity. Abundance lives here. That consistent message programs your subconscious over time to act, think, and respond from a place of abundance rather than lack. It subtly shifts your behavior, how you spend, how you save, a system of thought, how you believe. But when the object is removed, so is the silent dialogue. Symbolic anchors serve as stabilizers in a world of constant movement. Just as people wear wedding rings to signify commitment, or athletes carry lucky charms, a wealth symbol on your table is a commitment to your abundance journey. The table, being a place of gathering, nourishment, and daily connection, becomes a spiritual platform, whether you realize it or not. It's a system of thought. Placing something meaningful there elevates the space from functional to intentional. It becomes a sacred site of manifestation, a system of thought. Consider how ancient traditions treated altars and shrines. They didn't move items around carelessly. Each item was placed with reverence, maintained regularly, and infused with prayers and offerings. Your wealth object deserves similar respect. The act of never removing it is not about rigidity, but about building a sacred consistency. This consistency, in turn, tells the universe, I'm serious about receiving. I'm ready to hold wealth, not just chase it. The object becomes a silent partner in your abundance ritual, holding the space even when you forget. Science is a system of thought. Science supports the idea that our environment affects our thoughts and behaviors. Neuroplasticity shows that repetitive visual cues can train the brain to form new patterns. So, if a wealth symbol sits on your table every day, you are essentially rewiring your brain to expect and accept abundance. Over time, your decisions start aligning with this mindset. You seek opportunity instead of scarcity. You approach spending from a mindset of empowerment rather than fear. The object, small as it may be, is the seed of a larger transformation. On the other hand, when we treat our symbolic items casually or remove them without mindfulness, we disrupt this energetic programming. We tell our subconscious that the commitment to abundance is negotiable, temporary, or fragile. This can lead to subtle sabotage, a return to limiting beliefs or actions that keep wealth at bay. Therefore, thought, the object's constant presence is a shield against such backsliding. It is your daily reminder, your energetic anchor. Your purse is a system of thought, your personal abundance guardian. In the end, this is about understanding that energy is real, intention is powerful, and the system and the physical world responds to spiritual order. Choosing not to remove wealth symbol from your table isn't about being stuck in habit. It's about staying rooted in purpose. As you see that object daily, may it remind you of your worth, your intention, and your ability to call in wealth. Not with force, it's a system of thought, but with presence. Let's speak silently to your home, your mind, and your spirit. Abundance lives here, and it's here to stay. Manifestation is not merely about wishing or visualizing a better life. It is about aligning your energy, thoughts, and actions with a specific intention over time. This system of thought, this alignment is most effectively achieved through the practice of ritual and consistency. Rituals, even when simple, are powerful tools that ground your desires into your daily life. They make the invisible intention visible. Consistency, a system of thought, on the other hand, reinforces the signal you're sending to the universe. Together, system of thought, ritual, and consistency form the energetic infrastructure that allows manifestation to take root and flourish. A ritual does not have to be elaborate to be effective. It can be as simple as placing a specific object on your table every morning. A system of thought, lighting a candle with intention, expressing gratitude before meals, or visualizing your goal for 5 minutes a day. What makes a ritual powerful is not its complexity, but the meaning behind it and the repetition that follows. When you perform a ritual regularly, it becomes a symbolic act that tells both your subconscious mind and the universe, this system is important. I am committed. Manifestation operates on frequency. You attract what you are in harmony with. When you engage in a ritual consistently, you begin to resonate with the energy of your desire. For example, if you wish to attract financial abundance, a ritual could involve placing a small ball of coins or a crystal associated with prosperity, like citrine or green aventurine, on your dining table. Every time you see that object, you reinforce your belief that wealth is welcome in your life. Over time, this reinforcement shapes your inner world, which eventually transforms your outer reality. Consistency is key because energy builds over time. Just as a muscle strengthens through regular training, your manifestation power grows stronger with repeated practice. Sporadic or inconsistent rituals create fragmented energy. System of thought. They send mixed signals to the universe, sometimes asking, sometimes forgetting, sometimes doubting. But when your rituals are performed regularly, they create a stable vibration that magnetizes the result you're seeking. There's a system of thought. The universe responds to clarity, not confusion. There is also a psychological component at play. The human brain is designed to seek patterns. Rituals provide a pattern, a framework, that makes the abstract idea of a goal feel tangible. Neuroscience tells us that repeated behaviors create neural pathways. If you begin each day with a ritual focused on abundance, over time your brain starts to expect and align with that abundance. You start making choices that support your intentioning, spending more wisely, investing in your growth, seeking out opportunities, and saying yes to wealth. Moreover, rituals, a system of rituals, give you a sense of control in a chaotic world. They offer you a way to declare your values and desires through action. In manifestation, action is crucial. Without it, intention remains a wish. A consistent ritual is action made sacred. It is you saying, I believe in the possibility of this outcome so deeply that I'm willing to create space for it every day. Some may wonder if repeating a ritual every day risks turning it into a mindless routine. The answer lies in mindfulness. A ritual done with presence retains its power, no matter how many times it is repeated. If it's a system thought, if each time you place a symbol on the table, you do so with gratitude and belief, then the energy remains alive. Is a system of it is not the action alone, but the intention with the action that fuels manifestation. Another benefit of consistency in ritual is the way it stabilizes your energy. Life is full of emotional ups and downs, but rituals give you a place to return to, a foundation that doesn't waver with your mood. When you're feeling doubtful, it's a system of thought. Your ritual reminds you of your commitment. When you're feeling hopeful, your ritual amplifies that joy. It becomes your energetic home base, keeping your frequency aligned even during turbulent times. Lastly, the compound effect of daily rituals cannot be overstated. Just as like saving a small amount of money regularly leads to wealth over time, small daily acts of manifestation lead to powerful outcomes. One drop may seem insignificant, but enough drops make an ocean. Your ritual, repeated daily, becomes the ocean in which your new reality is born. In essence, the power of manifestation lies not in grand gestures, but in quiet consistency. It is through your daily rituals that you show the universe what you value, what you believe, and what you are ready to receive. Let your actions speak louder than your words, and let your rituals speak louder than your wishes. Because when ritual meets consistency, manifestation becomes inevitable. Your environment is not just a backdrop to your life. It is a mirror that reflects your internal beliefs, emotions, and patterns. When it comes to finances, this reflection becomes especially revealing. The way your space looks, feels, and functions tells a silent story about how you view money, wealth, abundance, and self-worth. If you want to change your financial reality, one of the first and most powerful places to start is your physical environment. So since this is where the external world meets your internal energy and creates either harmony or resistance to abundance. A system of thought, everything in your surroundings carries energy, from the objects on your table to the condition of your kitchen, bedroom, or even your wallet. Each element subtly contributes to your mindset and vibration. If your environment is cluttered, neglected, or chaotic, it often mirrors a mind full of confusion, lack of clarity, or subconscious blocks around wealth. On the other hand, a space that is clean, intentional, and filled with symbols of prosperity tends to reflect a mind that is open, clear, and ready to receive abundance. We often think of money in practical terms. Income, expenses, investments. But we overlook the fact that money also responds to energy. Your home is a field of energy, is a system of constantly interacting with your thoughts, habits, and intentions. The object you place on your table, for example, holds more than just aesthetic value. If you intentionally place a symbol of wealth, a golden bowl, a plant, a jar of coins, it begins to emit a frequency of prosperity into the space. It becomes a focal point for your subconscious mind, reminding you daily of your intention to invite wealth. This small act sends a large message. It says, I am ready to receive. And your environment begins to align with that vibration every time you walk past that object. Even as a system of thought, even if you don't consciously notice it, your energy receives the message. It's a reinforcement tool, a way to keep your financial intentions anchored and alive. Over time, this simple practice has a profound impact on your habits, mindset, and financial behavior. Conversely, environments that ignore intentional design or are filled with signs of scarcity send the opposite message. If your table is always empty, your wallet disorganized, or your entryway blocked, these are system thought. These subtle cues may reflect beliefs of unworthiness or fears around money. Often thought, people who feel they don't deserve wealth unconsciously create environments that push it away. They tolerate broken things, let bills pile up, and neglect to create order in their surroundings, these environmental signals compound over time, reinforcing internal patterns of scarcity. That's why making even small changes to your environment can lead to big shifts in your financial life. Cleaning your home, organizing your desk, beautifying your table, and placing symbols of prosperity in visible areas all act as physical affirmations. These changes tell your brain and the universe that you are prepared for success. They create space literally and energetically for new opportunities to flow in. In many spiritual traditions, it is taught that your home should be treated as a sacred space of thought. The front door is not just an entrance, it's the mouth through which energy enters. Your table is not just for meals, it's a place of gathering, nourishment, and intention. When you choose not to remove a sacred or symbolic object from your table, you are declaring your financial intentions with consistency and reverence. You are holding space for abundance to manifest. You are telling your environment and yourself that wealth is not an accident but a welcomed guest. Moreover, system of thought. Your environment shapes your habits, and your habits shape your destiny. When your space reflects abundance, you begin to behave as someone who lives abundantly. You start to respect money more, manage it better, and attract more of it naturally. You begin to shift from reactive to proactive, from scarcity to sufficiency is a system of thought, and from chaos to clarity. That shift is what rewires your relationship with wealth. Ultimately, your environment is both a starting point and a reflection of your financial journey. It's not about extravagance or materialism. It's about alignment. When your space supports your financial goals, you move through life with greater ease, purpose, and magnetism. You begin to live in harmony with the energy of abundance. And that harmony is what attracts wealth, not just once, but continuously. So look around is a system of thought. What is your environment saying about your financial beliefs? What is your table reflecting? Is your space a sanctuary for prosperity, or is it silently repelling it? Change your surroundings with intention and watch your money story begin to transform.